Now, I want us to talk about, this new player that has been linked with the Glamour Boys, and also we're going to talk about performance, Makabi Liillepo, and the things that I've heard, people saying about Umjita Bafetu Liillepo, Mr. Number 99, Lollipop. So, yeah, Bafetu, like I've said, I want us to talk about all of those things. First things first, starting with Ndaba yakhe Liillepo. Now, I've heard a lot of people saying no, Makabi Liillepo is the same player as Christian Saile for number 2. He's not giving us what we want. He in this Fernandez. And now, I do have a question when it comes to this. First things first, I want to know if you were given an opportunity to pick between those two players, between Christian Saile and also Makabi Liillepo, who would you go for? Because I know majority of people would go with Makabi Liillepo. Now, if you look at Liillepo Bafetu, when he first came here, I think he had this mindset that, I want to go to the club, I want to do what I can and succeed, just to make sure that I succeed to this club. And then later on, because the environment on which those players are playing in, because I feel like whenever we sign new players, the players will perform, but then to this environment that they are playing for or they are performing for, they start to see with Norman Ash, this team is not giving me what I want. They end up no longer being the same players that we knew of. First things first, when we check the ball control of Makabi Liillepo, I know a lot of people will say he's slow. He is slow. That's how he plays. He's slow because he likes to take precision. He doesn't just give out some passes just like Christian Saile. Christian Saile, it's very rare to find him passing the ball straight to a teammate wake, but with Liillepo, every time he takes his time to make sure uthi bola la emuntwini wakhe, not the opposition. He doesn't just give away the ball cheaply. Now, if you look at most of the games that we've played, Liillepo is being targeted. That's the problem that we have. And for him to stop being a target, we need to support the boy. We need to support him. He needs support. Let's be honest. If he doesn't get the support that he needs, obviously it will feel like, hey, the whole of Kaizer Chiefs is in his shoulders, which is a problem, because I've seen a lot of players being or feeling similar to the situation. A lot of players that we signed so far, the only player I can say Uti, whenever he is feeling the pressure and he still tries to maintain his style, his playing form and style and everything. But now I feel like he's going to get to that mode as in, it looks like I'm the only player who's doing all the work, so maybe I just need to rest. So Tabotkele is that player. I just hope now he doesn't succumb, to this environment that Kaizer Chiefs, most of the time, especially the players, not the team, not the management, nothing, but the players in the field of play are the ones who are responsible to make sure the teammates have what they need. So if he's targeted, most of the time you will feel like, no, Umjita is not available as a Spanish Shire because he's being targeted. So we need to make sure we allow the player to play in a way he's free. He doesn't need to think a lot when it comes to defense. He doesn't need to think a lot when it comes to attack, because now he knows I can try and play the ball in the box, but who will be there to receive it? Because if you look at him, when he first arrived, he used to make sure but ever since okay, things are not going the way I want, now he's starting to play a bit like Usaile. But I'm not saying that's how he plays, but he is playing a bit like Usaile. He used to make sure we are players before taking the pass, making the pass or taking the shot. But unfortunately, things are going down and down. And I don't blame him. I don't blame Umjita, because if you look at how we play, come on guys, come on. Sometimes we have the spirit, sometimes the spirit is I am sure he must be confused. But anyways, let me know what between those two players in Jongoba Tiwa, Usaile is at least much better than Liillepo. Please let me know who would you pick when it comes to those two players. And then now let's move to Umchita Bafitu. Mohammed Hussein. This is a player who's linked with the move to the Glamour Boys. Mangamchek Umchita. I don't understand why, but it looks like he doesn't have a league experience. He plays mostly Kef, unless transfer market doesn't want us to know how does he play or perform. So I haven't found much about him, but I know he's a left back who can also play as a left midfield. 28 years of age, Umchita. And in terms of my goals, I'm not too sure, but Kef has scored about 2 goals. He has about, I think, 1 assist, if I'm not mistaken. So far, that is all the information that I have about Umchita. Now, he is linked with the move to the Glamour Boys. Probably the coach is the one that wants him, but I'm not too sure what is happening. Zona Zisa, when I have, solid information, I would know. Definitely he is wanted at Nashorena. So far, it's still rumors, which I feel like it's rumors we can talk about, because if we sign this guy, that means we are going to have to let go of Fawaz Pasadine. And I was hoping Uti Naranjani, we're going to sign Fawaz Pasadine come this transfer window. Naranjani, we have to make sure Uti we get the services of Fawaz Pasadine. Now, when you look at both of those players, I have to say, Bafetu, so far with what I've seen, not everything, but with what I've seen, I can say with confidence, he's a player. Okona ama defense. He knows how to make sure defense. He's very effective when it comes to going forward. But moreover, I do not know how good he is when it comes to defense, because we do have that problem with defending here too. He's not that good most of the time. So but at least being effective going forward, that is a good sign. Unfortunately, the problem is we are still lacking and we are struggling, to make sure at least we have solid strikers, solid forwards, people we can rely on. Because if us rely on anyone, then that is a problem. That is a problem on its own. I cannot bear to say we're thinking as a journey, because we all know whenever we have forward players who are not effective, it makes it a bit difficult for the entire team to perform, because siyahluleka ukuscora ama goals. That is a problem on its own. So angazi how we are going to fix the problem of scoring goals, how we are going to fix the problem of our injuries. But anyways, like I've said, this player is linked with the move to the Glamour Boys, meaning Kaizer Chiefs might shift their focus from Fawaz Pasadine. Dependent, if they don't get him, maybe we might sign this guy, as a second alternative. That's what I think so far. And then you ask yourselves, how could be? What about the foreign quota? Well, for me, I think we should not worry too much about the foreign quota. Let's be honest. There's a team in South Africa, I won't mention names, but there's a team in South Africa who have signed a lot of foreign players, and Bakon is quite in, but most of them, they're not even playing. But so Tina, we should not worry. We should not worry, to be honest, when it comes to foreign quota. What is the team going to do? Because most of businesses would know, but foreign quota, we only have space for one player. No, let's leave it like that. The team knows what they're doing. So for me, I just hope to see what we're going to do that is different this transfer window, because we are definitely struggling when it comes to our goals. Teshuk Morris, we thought he's going to save us, but ever since he joined us, it looks like nothing is working for him. And Festin Kalal Mayele is one player who I know a lot of you would be keen, would love to see him come to Nashorena. The only concern I have about him, even though he's a great player, I love him, the only concern I have about him is, what if we get him and then I've been linking my injuries because of his age factor? But other than that, if he's going to come and then give us goals, I'm happy. The only thing that we need currently is our goals, so that we can be able to balance the team. So far, it looks like we don't have any direction, because we are failing, to make sure we capitalize every chance that we get. So that is the problem we're currently facing. But anyways, let me know what you think about this guy, Mohammed Hussein, and then also, what do you think about Makabi Liillepo or to Christian Salile? Between those two players, who would you go with? please let me know down in the comment section below. I believe this is it. Let me just take a few comments quickly and then I move. Mr. Breezy Coke, is that Simba left back? Yes, definitely. Uya umchita. I think uya. We need Mayele. Tax, we need Mayele. Yaguzo, Sbusiso Meiwa. But I know him, he's a good player. Well, a lot of players are good players, Bafit. Until Bafit natural. Just like we thought Liillepo is a good player, and then now a lot of people are having, skepticism. They feel like, no, he's not the right player. Just like Teshik Morris, they feel like, no, he's not the right player. So, those players are good until they get to the team. And I feel like it's not their fault, but something within the team is making us, look. I don't know what it is, but definitely there is a problem when it comes to that. However, Bafetu, Pana M, Olazulu says, Wenzagalane, because we speaking about, Liillepo, Christian Saile, and also Mohammed Hussein, which is a player who is linked, a left back who is linked with Kaizer Chiefs currently. Tags, we need that number 7 from a pyramid. Hey. Wait, let's hope we're going to get him. But I can say with it, things look promising, but sometimes they might look promising and then at the end of the day they do not go the way you want. But let's hope we are going to get him.